exclusive. Some of the important topics for Prelims 2018. National Testing Agency. To conduct important exams like GATE, JEE and other crucial exams conducted by CBSE, a single testing agency is being approved by Union Cabinet called National Testing Agency. National Testing Agency will be the society registered under Societies Registration Act 1860. It will be an autonomous and self-sustained premier testing organization. Autonomous and self-sustained premier testing organization to conduct entrance examinations for higher education institutions. The National Testing Agency will be initially conducting those entrance examinations which are currently being conducted by CBSE. Now, National Testing Agency will be conducting only those examinations which are being currently conducted by CBSE for the time being. Other exams will be conducted gradually after National Testing Agency fully gearing up. The entrance examinations will be conducted online mode at least twice in a year. The entrance examinations will be conducted in an online mode at least twice in a year. Bamboo, B-A-M-B-O-O, bamboo is in news. Taxonomically, bamboo comes under grass. Recently, by amending the Indian Forest Act of 1927, bamboo is removed from the definition of a tree and is allowed to cultivate in non-forest areas. In non-forest areas, only in non-forest areas, bamboo is considered as grass, not as tree. Even today now in forest areas, bamboo is considered as tree, not as grass. Only in the non-forest areas, after amending Indian Forest Act of 1927, bamboo is considered as grass, so that the local and tribal cultivators can gain some benefits out of bamboo cultivation, and India cannot depend on bamboo imports, and the uses of bamboo and the benefits out of bamboo cultivation will be reaped by the farmers and the local people, tribal people and the poor people by making bamboo as a grass. If it is a tree, they need to have a lot of permissions from various departments to sell and cultivate. If it is a grass, they can sell it very easily. And we have National Bamboo Mission also. For bamboo, we have two-pronged strategy. Doubling the farmers' income by 2022. The NDA government aimed to double the farmers' income by 2022. And to increase greenery also, bamboo cultivation should be promoted. To increase greenery also, bamboo cultivation should be promoted. India has the largest area under bamboo cultivation and is second richest in terms of bamboo genetic resources after China. India has the largest area under bamboo cultivation and India is the second richest in terms of bamboo genetic resources after China. India has 19% share of the world's area under bamboo cultivation. India has 19% share of the world's area under bamboo cultivation. So we need to have bamboo cultivation, increase bamboo cultivation for many reasons. For soil moisture conservation, for wildlife habitat, for landslide prevention, and it's a source of biomass and it serves as a substitute for timber. So for all these reasons, like soil moisture conservation, to protect it is a wildlife habitat also. For landslide prevention, we can prevent landslides in most of the hilly areas by cultivating bamboos. It's a source of biomass and it will also serve as a substitute for timber. For all these ecological benefits, we have to produce more bamboo in India. This amendment will allow many farmers to reap the benefits to produce bamboo for consumption and also for business. And bamboo have many advantages in small huts, constructions, all those things in that consumption level. And the next thing is, in the recent past, GST is very important topic. At least one question will be asked in the area of GST in prelims, mains and interview this year. In GST from last 2-3 months, e-way bills is in use. E-way bills, electric way bill, electronic way bill. E-way bill is electronic way bill, which is meant for the movement of goods. Electronic way bill, which is meant for the movement of goods. The e-way bill has to be generated on the GST network. The e-way bill has to be generated on the GST network. A movement of goods of more than rupees 50,000 value. A movement of goods of more than rupees 50,000 value cannot be made without any registration. We have to make it only with registration by a registered person, and any movement can be made only through e-way bill. This electronic way bill if the goods value is more than 50,000 rupees. And a unique e-way bill number will be generated, EBN. A unique e-way bill number will be generated if the goods value is more than 50,000. We have to register the e-way bill, without which movement of goods cannot be arrived in the GST regime. Without unique e-way bill number, no goods will be moved. And e-way bill system, it will promote one e-way bill is sufficient for the movement throughout the country. One e-way bill is sufficient for the movement of goods throughout the country. It ensures hassle-free movement of goods for transporters throughout the country. It ensures hassle-free movement of goods for transporters throughout the country. It abolishes transit pass system of the erstwhile state tax laws. So till now we have transit pass system, and where state laws differ from one state to other state. E-way bill will do away this, and it will ensure easier verification and also low office and cumbersome process. Low official and cumbersome processes ensure easy verification system. These are all the advantages of having effective e-way bills, and April 1st 2018 onwards we are going to have e-way bills in India, and e-way bills will be increased even for intra-state movement also. And next, nudge economics. Nudge economics, NUDGE, nudge economics. The 2017 Nobel Prize for Economics was awarded to Richard Thaler, RICHARD, Richard Thaler, THALER, for the topic for his work in behavioral economics, which is the integration of economics with psychology. What is the integration of economics with psychology? See, generally we think that mankind will take economic decisions always rationally by always counting profit and loss. But nudge economics or behavioral economics prove that it is wrong. Sometimes people have a mob or mass attitude. They will do it emotionally or automatically. Sometimes if there is a default option, they don't think it. Automatically they will defaultly they will approve for it. For example, when a man is joining in a job, there was a default option that he can choose for a insurance in that particular application form, and if there is a chance to opt out, 99% of the times generally people will go for insurance. So that is mob mentality. And for the best example for behavioral attitude of the people, how they behave in a particular way. For example, Spain is a leader in organs donation. Spain is a leader in organ donation. In all Spain main applications, organ donation of the people is a default option. People can opt out, but generally people won't do that. For that reason, Spain is number 1 in organ donation in the world today. So this is called nudge. When mob goes, everybody try to follow that. when mob goes, everybody try to follow that. And this year Nobel Prize have come for Richard Thaler for nudge economics, also called as behavioral economics, which says that mankind will not take all the economic decisions rationally. Sometimes they do with emotions, sentiments, and psychology almost works out. Next important thing is in Prelims 2018 exclusive, Lagrange point, Lagrange point, L-A-G-R-A-N-G-E-P-Y-N-T, Lagrange point. A Lagrange point is a location in the space. A Lagrange point is a location in the space where the combined gravitational forces, combined means two, combined gravitational forces of two large bodies, might be Earth and the Sun or Earth and the Moon. Combined gravitational forces of two large bodies such as Earth and the Sun or Earth and the Moon equal to the centrifugal force, felt by a much smaller body. This definition itself might be a question. Combined gravitational force of two large bodies like Earth and the Sun, Earth and the Moon is equal to the centrifugal force felt by a much smaller third body. The interaction of the forces creates a point of equilibrium. The interaction of the forces create a point of equilibrium where a spacecraft may be parked to make observation. Aditya L1, India's first mission to study the sun. Aditya L1 is India's first mission to study the sun. The ISRO is planning to launch the first solar mission. The Indian Space Research Organization is planning to launch the first solar mission, Aditya L1 mission, and it aimed at studying the sun from a different point so that we can understand the importance of the sun. It aims to study the sun orbit around the sun Earth Lagrange point, which is about 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth. Lagrange point is which is around the 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth. This is very important, Lagrange point. So, two big objects' gravitational force is felt by a smaller object, and this is and Lagrange point is 1.5 million kilometers. Aditya L1 is in India's solar mission, and recently Union Cabinet approved National Anti-Profiteering Authority, the establishment of National Anti-Profiteering Authority under GST. National Anti-Profiteering Authority is a statutory body under GST. As you all know, there are frequent changes in GST slabs and rates. Whenever a benefit comes to the businessman out of these changes of rates and slabs, that benefit should be passed on to the customer. And to oversee this, whether businessman is taking undue advantage of frequent changing of slabs, National Anti-Profiteering Authority is established. And National Anti-Profiteering Authority will be headed by the senior officer of the level of secretary to the Government of India. National Anti-Profiteering Authority will be headed by a senior officer of the level of secretary to the Government of India with 4 technical members from the center and the states, and they will reassure the consumers that the government is fully committed to take all possible steps to ensure the benefits of implementation of GST in terms of lower prices in the goods and services actually reach them. So, National Anti-Profiteering Authority ensures the customers that any benefit in the change in the slab rates will not be accrued by the businessman, and it will actually reach to the common man who actually consume it. For example, today I have went to restaurant and I have consumed the food and I have paid 18% GST. Tomorrow the GST was slashed to 12% or 5%, and the slash rate actually decided today, and after that I have paid, and the businessman need not pay it to the GST authorities. So I can claim it back. That means the hotel manager or the hotel authorities has to send it back to me. If they cannot find me, they have to deposit in consumer welfare fund. This is how undue benefit or undue advantage should not be reaped by the businessmen while collecting the GST. This is the purpose of National Anti-Profiteering Authority. The anti-profiteering measures enshrined in the GST law provides an institutional mechanism to ensure the full benefits of input tax credits and reduction of GST tax rates on supply of goods and services flow to the consumers directly. And this is the important thing. And if it is not, if they don't pass it, they will have a penalty or their license will also be cancelled. So to this extent, they can go with punishments. These are the important prelims exclusive affairs. Thank you very much.